So I've already gotten ready. I'm trying to do my makeup differently. And I'm trying to do like less makeup and just do something more simple. So I just did a little bit of foundation, a little bit of blush, and then a little bit of mascara on just like the outside lashes, on the just on the top. I think I like it. I did my hair today too. I haven't straightened it in a long time, but I think it looks like how I used to wear it when I was younger. Now I need to do a little bit of cleaning, of course. Always doing dishes. And then I'm gonna make a bagel and possibly a little salad, but we'll see. Okay, I'm not even gonna do the dishes. There's so many, and I think maybe I'll get the kids to do them. I haven't eaten, so I'm gonna eat a bagel. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I don't know how to make this into a video, and I'm really feeling like I don't know what to do. I had like a list of things that I need to do, and I thought, oh, I'm so inspired to start this video, and now that I'm ready, now I've eaten, and now I'm just like, ugh, I don't even know. Second guessing everything. So I have it here, okay. Clean up and do the dishes. Eat my bagel. I wanted to make a kale salad. I don't even have a recipe for it, but I saw it a few days ago on Pinterest and I thought, oh, it looked really good. But now I don't even know where the recipe is, so I feel like, okay, I can't make that unless I sit and look for a new recipe. I wanted to make this garlic dressing. It's a salad dressing, but it's also a sauce, so you can have it like, you could dip whatever you wanted on it, but so you can put it in Buddha bowls and things. So I wanted to make that. I wanted to talk about my goals because I have so many different goals for this year. I've really been trying to jot down different ideas. Like at first I really wasn't inspired to make any goals, but I thought like every year I have to have goals. I always have goals, and I kind of just pushed myself to do like certain things that I know would be good for me, even though I don't necessarily want to do them. But as I was starting to write them over the course of a few days, it became easier and I was more inspired to put different things on the list. So I have like a general idea of what my goals are. I just haven't set dates to them yet. So I wanted to go over that. I have an Amazon order that I need to put in. We've been driving from Alabama to Texas the last few days. Took like 4 days to get here. And so they were like kind of long and stressful days, like with traffic. And then we had some trailer issues. Now we have this electrical issue. So I have to figure that out. But there's just been a pile up of things going wrong with the trailer. So I have some parts that I need to order, and that's in my Amazon order. So I was gonna do that. Another thing that I wanted to do is morning pages. So it was part of my goals to do these morning pages, like journaling every day, and to just jot down whatever feelings, things that I wanted to write about. So I might do that, make iced coffee, and I have to do kids school. So I think I've turned the camera on. I'm just talking about these things, and I do actually feel a little bit more inspired now that I'm filming. Okay, so first I'm just gonna make an iced coffee and then do my morning pages. All right, coffee's going. You might be able to hear it behind me. It's just while I was putting it together, I thought of a good point that I learned from Layla Hormozi. She was saying that you can't wait for the right feeling to have to be able to do something. You have to just do it regardless. And I think that's a good point, because you might never feel like you're ready, or you might never, especially if you're kind of going through anxiety or not feeling the greatest, like it's just constant up and down every day. So if you just only do the things you need to do when you feel good, you're not going to get anything done. So that is the takeaway that I got from one of her videos, and that's what I'm trying to do. Just like every day I just have to do things regardless of how I feel, and I do find that once I get started, everything improves. So that's what I'm doing right now. Coffee's on behind me. It's just brewing. It gets kind of loud. It's raining outside. It's a really gloomy day. Parts of Texas I think are supposed to get freezing rain or like an ice storm or something. So I'm hoping that we don't have that here, but I think in the next day or two the weather's supposed to get nice. Or I mean nice, I don't know, it's nicer than today. Cleaning up and dishes, like I am gonna do that off camera later because I just really don't feel like doing it. Maybe what I'll do is do my goal setting. I have to find the vision board file that I have. Okay, so I've got my vision board that I made halfway through last year. So it's really only 6 months old, but it's still relevant. So I don't really want to waste the time making a whole new board. I think everything that I'm working on is still here. So this one here, I have more connection with family and friends. So this is like Cinderella doing FaceTime. Okay, making money. I wanted to wear more makeup and just get more put together every day. This one, I need to do a whole new minimalist wardrobe. Yeah, she just looks super chic and elegant, and I want to look like that. So this one, small steps every day. The motto I have, just to do a little bit every day, keep at it, keep working on things, and things will improve. Eventually, someday, not this year, but I'd like to have a house on a lake. More fitness, journaling, more romance in my life. New wardrobe, vacationing, drinking these ginger turmeric shots, and then kefir. It's really just being healthy, investing in myself, putting more money into things that are going to like benefit me in the long run. And not just money, but like all of these habits. Romance, vacationing, happiness. That's what this represents. And then same, I want a house like that, beauty, and like getting a different hairdo, products to sell, and then vlogging, social media, etc. And I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, that's my vision board. These are, I think, more like daily habits and long-term goals that I wanted to have at the forefront of my memory every day. But these are not really my goals for the year. Now, let me see if I can get out my goals file. I think one thing I should do is organize this desktop. I like to write things down as soon as I think of them, because if I don't write it down, then I might forget, and I usually do. And I think, oh, it's like such an obvious thing that I'm not going to forget. If I don't write it down, then later I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, okay, what was that thing that I was so obvious that I knew I wouldn't forget that I forgot. It's happened so many times, especially at night. Actually, I think of things and I'm like, okay, in the morning, I'm not going to forget about that because it's such a big thing. And I forget. I think what I'm going to do before I get into the goals and while I'm waiting for my coffee is I'm going to do my morning pages, because I haven't done those for today. So it's January 9th today, and I forgot to write the date, so I think this was probably the 2nd. So I haven't done the morning pages in quite a few days. But I mean, part of that was because we were driving, so it was hard to get everything out and have my normal setup and routine. One thing I got to cross off my list. Make iced coffee. Okay. Okay, so that feels a bit better. Sometimes I can only get like half a page, 1 page out, but like I don't want to write just to write nonsense, so if half a page is all I write, then that's good enough for me. So that's done. My morning page is done. So I've got my goals for 2025. So what I've done is I have a theme for the year. So my theme is diversify. So I want to diversify my options in terms of like employment, going to school, taking courses, like different programs I've got. I want to diversify my income. I want to really just like do everything possible to keep my options open, because I really don't know where my life is going to take me in the next few years. So I think I'm just trying to like avoid getting stuck on a certain path and then having to like completely change my life to get back on track. So just to keep all my options open. So my theme is to diversify everything. Then I have a sub theme, which is for just the quarter, which is persistence. And so I have the definition from just Googled. So I've got persistence, which is stubborn continuance of a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. So that's where on my vision board I had the small steps every day. Quote came in. I just need to do a little bit every day. And that's another thing that I learned from Miles Beckler. He said to, like, when you're trying to work towards something, work on it every single day. Because if you don't, like, if you say like one day, a few days or whatnot, you stop working on it, you get out of this rhythm. And it's hard to like get your momentum back when you get back into it. So he says, just like do this thing, whatever you're doing, do it every single day. Even on the weekends, like don't take a break. Even if you just do a little bit, that's fine. But do something every single day. Okay, so then I put in my date. So I like to do quarterly goals because I think like the 12, 13 weeks is a lot more manageable than like setting this one big goal for the whole year. So it also allows me to, like, I can set more goals, reach more goals, and I think adjust along the way. So if something, if I like started something in Q1, Q2 comes, it's not really relevant anymore, I can change it, fix it, or like take it out completely. So my dates for Q1 is January 1st to March 31st. Okay, and then for my goals, I have like a whole list of things, but I need to go through them and make sure that each goal that I have written on here, I have complete control over whether I do it or don't do it. Okay, my first goal is to get back into running and maybe do a 5K. So I've already figured out when the 5K race is taking place. I think it's like May something. It's later than Q1 ends. So that goal is okay if I just push out a little bit. I might start with walking and then do like 12 weeks of training. So it might spill into Q2. But that one, so I already have a date for that. I don't actually have it written down. I don't know. Okay, I got rid of it. I got rid of the post-it note. Okay, maybe I thought, nah, I'm not gonna do that. But no, I want to do that. I know, even thinking, do I really want to do running again? Okay, I think, do you remember at the beginning how I said that I started by just putting things on here that I thought would be good for me, but I don't necessarily really have the desire in me to do? That is one of the things. I think it would be good for me. Do I really want to do it? I know that if I were at the race on race day, I would feel a sense of accomplishment. It's just that I've done 5Ks before, and like the longest that I've actually ran is 11.2 kilometers. And the whole purpose of this is like not really to feel good on a race day. It's really to just be healthy. And I feel like I can accomplish that with walking. So, oh man, get back into running. So I actually might take this and change it, maybe just put walking in there. I think walking is going to be sufficient. Okay, next is trampoline. So I bought a trampoline for the kids. I want them to, be more physically active. Well, it's really for the whole family because the health benefits are so great. So I'm going to maybe incorporate this into a fitness goal because putting it all separately is not going to work. Because what I was thinking about doing is working out or exercising like 3 times per week. So it could be walking, it could be trampoline. Okay, so fitness, I'm gonna put 3 times per week. Gratitude journal. Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to do that at night. So I might do like a morning routine and a night routine because I have, in another section of this document, I have my top priorities for the week and basically for the day. I just feel like I don't even know what I'm doing. I really want these videos to be inspirational, and it's hard when I don't really feel happy and inspired. Okay, let's think about this for a second. I'm going to take a pause, get myself sorted out, and then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I haven't fully gone through the list, but I've gotten it a little bit sorted out. So I figured where I went wrong is I put on here not only my goals, but like the daily actions to accomplish those goals. So it was like just like, I don't know, mumble jumble, or it was just like it was repetitive. That's what it was. Okay. So what I've done is I made a goals section, and then I have morning actions, daytime actions, and then evening actions. And what I mean by actions is I really like this word as opposed to the to-do items, because like to-do, I find they're monotonous, like no fun to them, and I just find it's like, it's not romanticizing it, it's not inspiring, like they're just like, oh, I gotta do this, oh, I gotta do that. Whereas actions, I feel like they're more, like the term is more like accomplishing, like daily actions, morning actions, like action things that we're getting things done. So I've started to go through my list. So I have fitness 3 times per week. That's my minimum. Then I have enroll in an online course. So I'm trying to figure out right now what program I want to get into. And like, it's January 9th already. This is like under the wire. And I was actually doing this yesterday. It was just very overwhelming. And I think that's what got me down. So I have to figure out what master's program that I want to apply to. And there's so many different options, because from there, I need to figure out what prerequisite courses I need to take. And one of those prerequisite courses I need to I need to register for, because it's starting, like it probably already started. So I need to do that. Community. So I want to really focus on building friendships, getting like a better, closer relationship with my family. And so that's why I have the FaceTime picture on my vision board, because I really want to make sure that I'm reaching out to family, reaching out to friends. Because I think just like when you're on the road, it's hard to be away from like those types of connections. All right, moving on. Okay, better communication. I'm really trying to speak better, like have a better vocabulary, learning new words. It's mostly like verbal communication that I want to improve on, not so much written communication. So I don't have a plan for that other than maybe learning a new word. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Each day probably. But I've been trying to watch different YouTubers. There's a woman, Vanessa Van... Oh, I forget her name. I'll pop it up on the screen or put a link below. But yes, I was listening to her and just kind of getting tips on how to communicate better. So that actually is verbal. I think actually that's maybe non-verbal cues, but... Oh, another thing for me, and this is actually really big. So I feel like I'm 38, I'm almost 39, but I feel like I have really gone downhill in terms of my appearance and my physique and everything over the last probably, I would say 10 years, like since I had my first baby. So I want to have a more focus on like getting ready every day, doing my makeup, health and fitness, like losing weight. So I have that on here. And so getting a new wardrobe would, I think, like make such an impact, as well as getting my hair done. So that's on here. That's a big goal for me. So right now I have lose 20 pounds. I've already lost 15 pounds just by doing intermittent fasting since probably August, I think. Maybe June, July, August. I think I started around then. So I've already lost 15 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds, but that is by the end of Q2. So I have basically 6 months to do it. And then my new minimalistic wardrobe, I want to start working on, or like start buying things at the beginning of Q3. Okay, I want to plan out a few days to reshoot my food and my recipes for my blog. And just, I think that will make a big difference in how the blog looks. So I think that's really exciting too. I have these little backdrop sheets that I bought, so I'm already halfway there. Just have to plan it out and then do all the work basically. Okay, so do a photo shoot of myself for new photos. Just for like my website, my Instagram, my YouTube picture, like my profile picture and that. Because the one I have is probably like a few years old. So I need to update that. So some of these things, okay, so getting better at self-care and having a better like morning, evening routine. So I'm going to split this up into my actions. So I have wake up early at 7 a.m., shower and get ready. And that means like put on a nice outfit. Okay, I want to do a certain number of blog posts and a certain number of YouTube videos. So those are going to be, my certain number is 1 per week, and that will be for both of them. And I did set like an air date or like a due date for each of them. I think I've got my blog is, I think Mondays at 9 a.m. and my YouTube video is Fridays at 3 p.m. This one already I might not make because it's due tomorrow and I'm still filming, but we'll see. Maybe I'm okay with if it just being a little bit late, but as long as I can stick to like 1 per week. This week was a bit different because we had so many days driving, so I'll give myself that. Plan more family outings. I want to do 1 per week or maybe every other week, where we actually like go to a museum or, you know, go like exploring something cool in the area wherever we are. Okay, gain a certification. This I don't know if I'm going to do, but I put it on there. I'll just put maybe, I don't know. They're my own goals, so I know that I don't necessarily need to do it, but I was like looking into it. So whether I want to do like the project management certification, or there's different certifications for like auditing and food safety, so I might do one of those. But I want to make sure that it's not too much that I'm doing. Okay, because there's another one here. Self-study food regulatory. So my old profession was food regulatory, and I've just been far removed from that. So, and there's been so many different changes to food regulations, like in the last few years. So I really just want to create a list of everything I don't know and then go figure it out. Because like really everything's online, everything's available online. I can just do my own reading. I don't need to take a course in order to learn it. I can just read it myself. Okay, so yes, I have financial goals in terms of just getting into investing and doing better for our savings. And then also I have a goal of like a financial figure that I want to start making per month, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, 2 more things. Start painting. Really, like my goal was to start a hobby, and I have these watercolor paints and painting supplies that I want to start using. So I'm gonna do that. I think that will be fun. I used to be artistic when I was young, so to get back into that will be great. And I think I'm going to set a goal, a weekly goal, to do 1 times per week. And then the last goal I have is more reading, because I don't really like reading so much, or I'm a slow reader, so it takes me a long time to read a book, even if I can finish it. No, I'm not a reader, but I want to be a reader. So what I'm going to do is audiobooks. I've already started listening to audiobooks. I got a subscription for Audible, so I've already started listening, and I have a few books to read or listen to. So that's on there. And then I think that's... there's one more. I want to create a digital product. I want to have an online shop where people can buy things, and I don't know if it should be on Etsy or if I should have my own like standalone store like on Shopify or on my own blog. So I'm gonna figure that out, and I have a goal to create 1 digital product per week. So we'll see. One per week. I mean, as long as I can get the first one started and then see how long it takes. I have a whole list of like different ideas of things that I can make. So I think some are more involved, some are less involved. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's my goals for this year, or for Q1 anyway. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I have high hopes that I can do everything. You know, like I think it's a lot, but I'm also feeling like I'm pushing myself, and if I don't get it all done, like that's okay, as long as I make progress, because I feel like there's so many things to do that even if I get part of it done, like I'm gonna be well on my way to reaching my goals if I reach any of these. All right, what next? Hopefully that's not too much. I had a list of things to do. Goal setting. Okay, so I feel like I did that somewhat anyway. What I'll probably do is put this into a document that's more like printer friendly and that looks nicer, and I'm gonna print it off and then put it in my agenda here. And I don't know if I'll put a habit tracker with it or if I'll do it digitally in like Notion or in Google Sheets, but I need some way of tracking my progress per week and daily to make sure that I don't get off track. And I don't want to just make this file and then lose it in my files again, you know, like I want to keep it at the forefront of my memory so that I can actually do the things that I said I wanted to do. Because one thing that I've learned, and it was actually through listening to a book on Audible, is I was listening to the book The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest, and it was all about self-sabotage. And I realized, like, oh my gosh, so many of these things are me. Like, I self-sabotage. I have all of these goals and then I don't follow through on them. So now that I've read that book, I actually really want to go out and buy the book. Like, now that I've listened to the book, I want to go out and buy the book, because I think I would really like to like highlight things and like make notes. So that I might do in a future video, is go look for that book. And I think they even have a workbook that you can purchase. So I might look for those so that I can stay accountable to myself. I think just learning that though, like I couldn't figure out what was wrong, why I was like had all these high aspirations for myself and then I didn't follow through, like, and I was letting myself down. And I thought, oh, like it's just myself, it doesn't matter, but it does matter. So I need to like make sure, stay on top of things, keep working at everything. I think I am going to do cleanup, dishes, and then kids' school. And then I think that's going to be it for the day. I'm not doing anything else. I'll probably wrap this video up so I can start editing it and then hopefully post it tomorrow. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching and sticking around to the end. Please give this video a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe if you would like more videos. Oh, and also I would really like it if you could comment down below and tell me if there's any video ideas that you have that you would like me to do or like to talk about or anything like that. That would really help me out with my planning for Q1 videos. So that's it. I hope you have a great rest of your day and see you next week. Bye!